done, baby. It's good. I'm going live here. I do believe. But we got to check, how it goes. We always got to check. Oh, look at that. It's working. Hey. Hey. Okay, where the hell am I? Oh my god. Oh, there I am. Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of The Madness of This World and the People in It. Brought to you by none other than me, Sydney Winston. I'm trying to find the best intro I can without actually having to make an intro that is scripted. That's probably not going to be it. Right. Shannon is 302'd. Jason is, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, I don't know. And the rest of the world seems to be teetering on tottering and burning and falling apart. So let's go straight to Von Helton, because he has new content. And if you got 20 minutes, we will get through it. And we just bring the man, the hero of the day, on stage. And actually, let's make him feel like a king. Hey, Mr. King. Okay, but firstly, I got to remind, who do I have to remind? I got to remind this guy here, Toby Michael. Dude, cough up the $5 and send it to Von Helton, because without your donations and gifts of love to help him through these trying times, he's fucked. Okay? So let's see what Von Helton's got for us today, because he is your village idiot.
Alrighty, folks, this is going to be a rant, because it should be. And let me back up. All right, years and years ago, I was an evangelical Christian. All right, I got that cowlight sticking up. Anyway, I used to be an evangelical Christian. Evangelical, holiness, Pentecostal, Church of God, Assemblies of God, evangelical. It's kind of a progression. You know, but anywho, so what happened is that back in the day we had this name it and claim it, where you can name whatever the hell you want, and God's going to give it to you, and stuff like that. And it's like, now wait a minute, if that was true, I'd I'd be a multi-billionaire, right? Because all I'd have to do is say, hey, I want $1 billion, and it would arrive. It would come to me, right? But somehow that name it and claim it shit never seemed to work for everybody except the preacher. The preacher kept getting richer, and the congregation kept getting poorer and poorer. Finally, people grew a brain and said, "Hey, wait a minute, this name and claim it shit don't work." And so that caused a lot of problems, but it was quickly smoothed over, I guess. Okay, so fast forward to now, modern day, and I'm seeing this in the damn pagan community now. It's like, oh my God, here we go again. Even even Billy Carson, somebody I like. I like Billy. And even Billy's on there. Yeah, man, name it and claim it. Because what you speak out of your mouth is vibration, and that vibration vibrates the bones in your ear, and it causes the universe to respond, and your body to respond, and other people's bodies to respond, and it's I'm like, oh God, not again, not again. Name it and claim it, not again. And yes, Billy, the words that come out of our mouth are vibration. Every sound is vibration. The sound of a butterfly's wing is vibration. Everything is a vibration. Everything is a hertz. That's Hertz, by the way, as in megahertz, kilohertz, gigahertz. Everything is a vibration. Everything is a sound. So you're right there, but you're wrong that the puny little vibrations coming out of my mouth is going to move an entire fucking universe. That's absurd. That would be like saying an ant is going to grab me by the foot and toss me like a rag doll. That's never going to happen. Sorry, Billy. It's never going to happen. Let me give you an example, Billy. All right, let me give you just an example. Okay, and I can draw this from my own personal life. I have given out upwards of billions of dollars of free computer mods for computer games. Going all the way back to Wolfenstein 3D, back
I have been muted all this time and nobody's heard a word I said, but that's good.
in the 80s and 90s. I don't think I actually modded the 1980 version, but the 1990 version I definitely.
All right, this mod that he talks about. What is a mod? Is a moderator or is it a module? Or what is it? I can't think of anything else. I don't know what it is. I'm not a gamer, never have been. So if you can help me out with that, please do.
Yeah. So I put out all this free shit to the universe. Give it all out for free.
Oh, that's free shit. Oh, he gave billions and billions of dollars in mods to the universe. Modification. Oh, thanks, Morrow. What modification of what? There's a modification to the game. Well, are those the ceiling fans and the whatever else he used to brag about to J-Dubs? And look at this. Nobody's ever made this before. Isn't it fantastic? And J-Dubs would be like, yeah, Vaughn, that's wow. Chandelier, right. I mean, I watched those. Those were hilarious. we can actually critique those still, if you like. We can listen. I think I did. I'm not sure, but let me double check. I didn't. What a fool. Yeah, all right. If you want, we can oops, there it is. If you want, we can at some point, we have to, once things really quieten down a little bit, we have to go and do reactions. We're probably going to do a group reaction to Von's mods. Von's, when he streamed and bragged about his mods. We'll find him. It's an add-on. All right. So it's those chandeliers that he was making then.
Billions of dollars worth of software, dude.
Wow.
Billions of dollars. Just in my labor alone, billions of dollars. Let alone.
You know, it could be. I mean, if you're charging, say, I don't know, let's say you're charging, oh fuck, I don't know, $100,000 an hour, say, you could probably rack up an accounts receivable of billions of dollars. Although knowing Vaughn, he wouldn't cheap out like that. He'd be billing himself out at like $250,000 an hour, which means it won't take that long to be billions and billions and billions of dollars out of pocket because nobody paid him.
Alone the actual software itself. That's just counting my labor, dude. Okay. So I should be a billionaire many times over because I put that out to the universe and it should all come back to me, right? Well, guess what? It hasn't come back to me.
Damn. Can you believe it?
I finally, just this year, I finally got one donation out of all those years of free mods for computer games. Just this year, I got one donation. One.
Okay. You absolutely
okay.
You nailed it. You
billions
nailed it.
And billion, Carl Sagan, billions and billions and billions. Billions and billions of dollars worth of free shit, bro. Okay.
You owe him, man.
Got none to show for it. Not a damn thing.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm sorry, Billy. And anybody else that gets hoodwinked into this shit. The name it and claim it don't work. Because if it did, I'd be a multi-billionaire many times over. And what about all those times that I've asked the universe to let me win the lottery? Never happened. Now I still keep hoping that I will win the lottery. I'm trying to stay positive, but the truth of the matter is that it hasn't worked. Name it and claim it doesn't work. I have to rely on the gods. Now the gods have said that I will win. That's much more reliable than this name it and claim it bullshit. Because the gods have told me, you will win the Powerball, you will win the Mega Millions.
Come on, somebody tell me what is name it and claim it. Oh, maybe
they never told me win, but they said you'll win it. Okay? So the only thing I can do is play it every now and then and hope I hit. But that's a hell of a lot more solid than, this name it and claim it stuff, which never works. It didn't work when the Christians did it, and it's not working now that the pagans are doing it. All right? Because if it did, all the pagans would be rich, wouldn't they? Yeah. Because if this name it and claim it shit worked, and we knew it worked, what would be the first thing people would do? Oh, I want $1 million. I want $1 billion. America would be full of billionaires right now. The whole fucking world would be full of billionaires right now because the first thing people are going to do, I want to be a billionaire. All right?
You're kidding.
So no, name it and claim it does not work. Yes, the words we speak out of our mouth are vibration. Yes, I can see where they would react with the chemicals in our body. I can see that as a possibility because it's something that we are doing, ourselves are doing. I can see that. But, saying that our puny little vibration out of our mouth is going to influence the vast universe, no, that's like an ant's going to grab my foot and throw me around like a rag doll. It's not going to happen, girl. That's nuts. Okay. Okay, it's not going to happen.
Really?
You got suckered. And you
Welcome, congregants, to the church of the final freedom religion. Unlike von Helton, who invented some fake freedom religion with absolute nonsense, I, Sidney Winston, have come up with, I am the founder of the final freedom religion. It is a one rule to join religion, in as much as von Helton's freedom religion is a religion. More to follow soon.
You can bet somebody's making money off of this name it and claim it shit in the pagan community too. You can bet on that. You can bet that shit's happening. All right. So be advised, folks. All right. Name it and claim it don't work. Because if it did, I'd be a multi-billionaire many times over right now. Hell, if name it and claim it worked, all I'd have to do is say, hey, I want out of this car and into a nice apartment. A nice 2-bedroom apartment.
Just gives the church some
Well,
money.
you think that's going to happen? No. No, it's not. The only way that would happen is if the gods willed it to happen. Not because of anything I say or do.
You could get off your bubble ass, your bubble butt, and go out and hustle for $1 or $2, or try even doing something legal and productive, and something in a team, something where you can have a leader who leads you along, tells you what to do, so you don't have to do too much thinking. You just have to show up, von Helton. That's it. That is the lesson of success. How to succeed in life. Number 1, show up. That's it. One rule, but that's not the rule of the final freedom religion. Not it.
Things happen because the gods will it to happen. That's when things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Until then, things don't happen. How many Christians have prayed for their loved one to be saved from cancer or diabetes or glaucoma or some other malady, and it never happened?
How many pagans have dug in the dirt in order to ensure that their loved ones do not die of some malady? How many? Look at his face. Screenshot.
And the reason it never happened is because name it and claim it doesn't work, does it? It's up to the will of the gods of creation whether or not things work or not. Now, thankfully, I've been told you're going to win the Powerball, you're going to win the Mega Million. And I even joked around with them. I said, well, what if they still don't believe? They said, well, maybe we'll let you win Publishers Clearinghouse too. And it was a joke. They were just kidding about that. Turn off the heat.
How do you know? If they were clear, hold on, whoa. If they were kidding about Publishers Clearinghouse, then they're gods. What are they kidding about? They're gods. Gods don't kid around. If they were kidding about the Publishers Clearinghouse, then they are kidding about you winning the lottery, von Helton. It's just they're just kidding around with you, von Helton. You're not going to win the lottery. They're just kidding around. But that, that's my opinion.
But yeah, this name and claim it shit, man. It didn't work when the Christians were doing it, and it sure ain't going to work now the pagans are doing it. And you can bet, like I said, you can bet there's somebody is making some money off of that shit.
You can bet.
There was people making money off of it in the Christian community, so I'm sure there's somebody behind the scenes that's pushing this shit, pushing this name it and claim it shit, and they making shit tons of money off of it. You can bet on it. But you ain't gonna make no money off of it because it ain't real. It ain't true. But you're right. I mean, the words coming out of our mouth are vibration, and they do vibrate the bones of in people's ears, and it does probably affect the chemistry in your body to an extent. But is it going to move an entire fucking universe? No, no, no. The will of the gods is what we should focus on. What do the gods will for my life? Do they will me to win the lottery? Because if they do, then okay, then you'll win the lottery. But this name it and claim it stuff, it's bullshit. It was bullshit in Christianity, and it's bullshit now in paganism too.
So name it and claim it is bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. And I've got to agree with it. I mean, whatever name it and claim it is okay. Hold on a second here. Hey, come back. Thank you to Happy Jesus. 1, 2, 3. Name it and claim it is an idea from prosperity gospel. To be honest, I hate that saying, to be honest. I'm always honest. I'm honest whether I'm joking, being satirical, doing a parody, or even being serious. I'm always honest. Now, I've never heard of the prosperity gospel, to be honest. To be really honest, I've never have heard of this. You do believe me, right? I've never heard of, to be honest, I've never heard of this prosperity gospel. So if you give money to the church, you are rewarded with more money by God. Is there a verse somewhere that kind of hints at it, or that is interpreted in such a way, or is it just a Protestant, but you believe it, or God, you're going to go to hell kind of thing? Let me know.
It ain't real. It ain't never been real. And y'all need to just run away from that stuff as fast as you can, because somebody's making money off that.
But his gods are real, and his ETs are real, okay? Somebody's making money off what he doesn't like. What he's saying is fake, but his gods are real.
Yeah. And while you lose money, okay, so stay clear of that shit, man, because that ain't no good. That's a trap. That's a honey trap, okay? That's a honey trap, is what that is. All right. Anyway, ran over. Have a good one, folks. Don't forget to like, share, donate, pontificate.
He's going to say that 3 times tonight.
Subscribe, and all that good stuff.
That's one.
Because it is your donation and gift of love that keeps me going through these trying times.
There you go.
Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Peace.
I think he washed his hands.
Wow.
Take that back.
Morning coffee is going to be an explosive morning coffee this morning, because in case y'all haven't already heard, but hopefully you haven't, and I get to tell you. You might have already heard. But anyway, there was an interview
I didn't see that
with Daniel Sheehan concerning JFK and the assassination.
No, come on.
Well, boys and girls, as it turns out, a lot more information has been released and found out that we weren't aware of.
I remember
and
him.
Apparently, what is going to go on is, wow, crazy. And by the way, there's no easy way to say it, but a lot more information has
I screwed this
concerning JFK and the assassination.
Sorry.
Well, boys and girls, as it turns out.
But anyway, Benny Hinn, I used to watch him. I've watched him a couple of times on cable way back, when the resolution was shit on TV. And he wasn't he the guy, Benny Hinn, he would make people go crazy and fall down, and he was like a Lebanese looking kind of a guy, right? And he was an absolute fake, one big faker. But then again, You can be a faker too and make the millions of dollars. You just got to renounce all your ethics, all common ethics. You just got to renounce it all. And I'm not saying the devil or anything like that. I'm just saying renounce all your ethics and think about making the dollar. No matter what it takes, make that dollar. Okay? That's it. Now Christians do that. That's how Christians become wealthy. That's how theists become wealthy. Because they're forgiven. They're doing it for their family. They come up with all sorts of inner excuses for being unethical. I don't like that.
A lot more information has been released and found out that we weren't aware of. And apparently, what is going to go on is, um, well, there's no easy way to say it. But apparently, according to Sheehan and others, what had transpired? I'll spit it out this morning. What had transpired is that there was discussion between between JFK and the Russian president at the time, the head of the Soviet Union, I should say, at the time, to dismantle our nuclear warheads. And that is a big no because obviously that would have been high treason, particularly if Russia didn't comply with their side and shut down their missiles and dismantle their warheads. And so as a result, that's why he had to be taken out. And it directly stems from the Cuban Missile Crisis, where which they used as a ruse to say, "Oh my God, we almost committed World War III here. We gotta dismantle all of our warheads." Well, the theory goes is that they were going to get JFK to dismantle our warheads, and they were going to leave their warheads intact, and they were going to launch an attack. And this is the reasoning behind JFK being assassinated, is because of high treason. And the thing of it is that nobody had a clue. The average American had no idea that JFK was going to dismantle our nuclear warheads, leaving us vulnerable to attack by Russia, let alone China. And so, wow, what an explosive thing to tell you about on morning coffee this morning, huh? The real reason why JFK was assassinated is that he was going to dismantle our nuclear warheads, leaving us vulnerable to attack from Russia. Wow, crazy. And by the way, according to this fellow, Lee Harvey Oswald intentionally missed the president. He allegedly shot the curb next to the motorcade. He didn't shoot. He didn't shoot the president. He shot. He shot the curb next to the vehicle. He did not shoot Kennedy. And it was funny because Oswald freaked out because he intentionally missed. And after he intentionally missed, all these shots rang out after he intentionally missed and killed the president. And he's like, "Oh shit." So he takes off running. And they send somebody after him, and he did shoot and kill that person, but that person was trying to kill him, so it was clearly self-defense. So yeah, what a mess. What a mess. But yeah, Oswald did not kill the president. He shot the curb. He shot the curb next to the motorcade, man. Didn't even kill him. What about that? And what was the dude after that? Sirhan or something? They finally got Sirhan to come up because he Oswald killed the guy they sent to kill him for bungling the job. And then that's when that Sirhan dude shows up out of nowhere and boom, 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 right there in the public. And wow, crazy! What a bombshell morning coffee for you this morning, huh? The real reason behind JFK's assassination. JFK was going to dismantle all of our nuclear warheads, leaving us vulnerable to attack.
Wow.
High treason. High treason.
I
All
dream.
being done clandestine, mind you, with the leader of the Soviet Union at the time, behind closed doors, without congressional approval, without any approval. He was doing it all clandestine. Wow,
Wow.
what a bombshell morning coffee.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, something for you to chew on this morning. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, rate, subscribe,
Second time.
click the bell, and donate. Because your donations and gifts of love keep me going through these trying times. And pontificate if you so desire. Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. All right. That's the second time that he's. Yeah. He amazes himself every time he switches on his camera and educates the 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 universe, obviously. So he said that he's complaining. For once, I heard him complain, and it's not the troll's fault. Okay, so hold on a sec here. So he complained that he has asked the gods, has prayed to the gods, asked the gods, spoken to the gods, just let me win, give me the million, allow me to win the lottery, the lotto, the big, the superpower, the super whatever. And it's never happened. I can't explain it, he says. And it wasn't us. It's not the troll's fault. He's never once blamed the trolls for him not having won the lottery. Have you noticed? Everything else in his life, it's my fault. Everything else is my fault. But not winning the lottery, not our fault, not my fault. And I feel grateful to Von Helton for sharing that with us. Thank you. A burden off my shoulders, for sure. Let's go on to the next one.
Alrighty, I finally received an intelligent question from the Peanut Gallery. They said, Von, how can one know the intent of the founding fathers? How do we know what free speech means? And how do we know what inalienable rights mean? Well, that's a good question. Finally, somebody asked a legitimate question, and so I've got a legitimate answer for you.
Ooh.
Understanding the intent of the founding fathers is extremely easy to do. All you need to do is get the Federalist Papers and Anti Federalist Papers and read them. That's all you got to do. In these documents, they explain in minute detail the reasoning behind a lot of the things that they did. And so all you got to do is just read the Federalist Papers and Anti Federalist Papers, and it should become crystal clear. For example, free speech. Now, some fool got on the comment section and tried to say, there ain't nothing in there that tells me what free speech means. Yeah, okay, so if that's the case, then what you need to do then is you need to read the Federalist Papers and the Anti-Federalist Papers and find out what their intent was in regards to free speech. Because it wasn't calling Von Helton a pedophile. Now, was it? No.
He's bringing up the fact that he's a pedophile again. He looks like he's been busted every time. Why does he do this to himself?
That is not protected speech. That's slander, libel, and defamation. It can't be both. Okay, it can't be free speech and be slander at the same time. No, it cannot. The law doesn't work that way. You can't have something that is compliant with the law and against the law at the same damn time. No, you cannot, you stupid YouTube troll. Okay? You can't. It can't be both. It can't be against the law and be compliant with the law at the same time. It's got to be one or the other. You got to pick one, motherfucker. Okay, so if you're online calling people things that they are not, that's called slander, libel, or defamation, depending upon the situation. It is not free speech. It is not fair use. I don't give a fuck how many times YouTube says it is. It's still not. Well, Von Helton, hey, nobody took me to court, and so therefore it's not illegal for me to do, and I can keep doing it as much as I want. No, that's not correct either. Just because someone has not taken you to court doesn't mean you ain't broke the law, because you have. And you can sit there and scream, it's a civil tort. You can scream that till the cows come home. But you're still breaking the law. You're still doing something that requires your happy motherfucking ass to be in front of a judge. Correct or not? Yes, correct. Slander, libel, and defamation will get you put in front of a judge. I don't give a fuck whether you call it an infraction, a civil tort, or whatever the fucking flavor of the day you call it. You're still going to stand in front of a judge for that shit eventually. Now, I think that, we should be a little bit more proactive when it comes to things like this. Unfortunately, we are not. We need to up our game in that regard, in my humble opinion. But that does.
This is a man who's looking for a woman in her 20s or 30s, Asian and slim. Just to remind you of where he stands in society on a particular spectrum.
Does not mean that because somebody hasn't thrown your happy ass in jail that you could just keep on doing it ad infinitum. That's not what that shit means. Okay? That's not what it fucking means. Okay? Are we all clear on this shit? So if you need to know the intent of the Founding Fathers, grab you the Federalist Papers and the Anti-Federalist Papers and start reading. And then you will know the intent of the founders. Wow, what an amazing concept that is. But yes, I finally got an intelligent question. What an amazing thing. Isn't that something? So, there you go. That's all you got to do, folks. Piece of cake, right? Yeah, fuck yeah, piece of cake. All right, hasta la vista, baby. Don't forget to like, share, rate, subscribe, donate, click the bell, and pontificate and donate. Because it is your donations and gifts of love that keep me going through these trying times.
Indeed.
Have a wonderful day, folks. Bye.
Bye. Right. So he's gone. And I'm thinking that if anybody's got any news about Chenny and Rev, I have news. Well, I don't have news. I was watching this. I was watching. I was out yesterday and I missed a whole bunch of stuff. So I was re-watching yesterday's stream, my stream. And this is what I noticed. I noticed that my browser has lost connection to what? Restart your browser. Try sharing my screen again. Hold on. I have to try screen sharing. I'm getting a message. Yeah. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Oh, obviously you can hear me because I just heard myself. Okay, so here we go. Von Helton is not the. That's not Von Helton. That's not Von Helton. But the performance art of Shani and Rev, Shani and Jason, for sure, is an issue. In fact, I'm going to bring this as close to big as possible. Say, is that big? How about that? No, that's smaller. There, that's big. It's just a short clip. So basically, what's going on here is he starts to protect Shani in a kind of a weird way. I'm not quite sure if I've started in the right place, but let's check.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly assume they're gonna probably.
An error occurred. What the fuck? So where are we at? Do I know what are you? Oh,
And Shannon is a human being. Doesn't deserve.
all right. So let's just go back a bit. Yeah. 4:30. Let's see how weird this looks. I have to make coffee. No. I'll be back. Quickly before I leave. Ah, missed me. Missed me. All right. Why are they
Her sofa outside.
muted?
Rev.
Yeah.
Did you
Go
really
ahead.
did like this is a question? Did you really dislike Shani constant streaming? Did you dislike her streaming all the time?
I couldn't sleep. Yeah. She's so fucking loud. And I can be loud now. She was so fucking loud that when I was trying to sleep and she's streaming 24/7, I couldn't sleep. So yeah, it's great to have peace in here. It's really good.
Somebody's saying, will you record when she comes back?
Sure.
Wow. I will be watching that for sure.
Of course you will.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm curious.
Course you
Like,
will.
seriously, what is she going to be like when she comes back, you know?
We'll see.
I hope she fights the officer.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. The man told me, I don't know who the fuck he is, but he said, you got a week to get out. You're done. So if it's 72 hours, she gets back here. Like I said, my plan is you're not getting back in here.
She has no
The
right.
the door is locked and it's going to remain locked. If she shows back up here, I'm going out the side door and I'm going to sit with her while I call the cops.
I would recommend not sitting anywhere near her.
So at some point he starts to either twig onto something or something, he'll get triggered by something, and he just goes into super like Shani protection mode. After all the abuse he's flung down the stairs at her through the last several days. Guys, when he's very complicated.
I told him this too.
Yeah, you should probably stay in the house and keep her outside because she's going to accuse you of shit to try to get you arrested.
Well, it depends on the weather. Okay. If it's super cold,
There you go.
I can't leave her out in the cold. Okay. That's fucking abusive.
See?
So as soon as she comes back here, if she comes back, I'm calling 911. That's what I'm doing. That's the plan.
Okay. Well, I would like to make it known that I recommend that you not go near her. That's just my opinion. I don't think
Yeah,
that
I don't want to go near her either. But I if it's super cold outside, I can't just leave this fucking person outside the door freezing. That's fucked up.
Well, do you know what I've said? That's a big bitch.
in my
Yeah,
opinion,
but
she deserves to
yeah,
sleep on the street.
stop it.
Ooh, I think that
Stop.
was it. Whoever said that, in my opinion, she deserved to sleep on the street. I don't know who said that. I think it was Toasty. I think so. I'm not sure if there's anybody else in the room there. I think she deserved to sleep on the street. I think that was the trigger.
Nobody deserves to be out in the cold. No one. Not even Shannon.
We will have to agree to disagree on that.
Ooh,
You know what I think?
What if I said that about
there we go. Whoa, because she disagreed with him. Bam. Let's go watch that again. Whoa.
and I'm going to sit with her while I call the cops?
I would recommend not sitting anywhere near
Watch
her.
him go
I
flash
told him
temper.
this too.
Yeah,
I-
you should probably stay in the house and keep her outside because she's gonna accuse you of shit to try to get you arrested.
Well, it depends on the weather. Okay. If it's super cold, I can't leave her out in the cold. Okay. That's fucking abusive. So as soon as she comes back here, I'm calling 911. That's what I'm doing. That's the plan.
Okay. Well, I would like to make it known that I
Do you think that the interviewer screwed it up by saying, I disagree with you about Shannon being kicked out and I don't care, sleeping on the street? What do you think?
recommend that you not go near her. That's just my opinion. I don't think
Yeah,
that
I don't want to go near her either. But I if it's super cold outside, I can't just leave this fucking person outside the door freezing. That's fucked up.
She's got a pink blanket.
Well, do you know what I've said? That's a big bitch.
in my
Yeah,
opinion,
but
she deserves
yeah,
to sleep on the street.
Stop it. Stop it.
If he was on meds, he wouldn't have reacted that way. And if he was sober, he wouldn't necessarily have reacted that quickly either.
Nobody deserves to be out in the cold. No one. Not even Shannon.
We will have to agree to disagree on that.
You know what I think?
What if I said that about you?
Oh,
Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't deserve a domicile. You don't deserve warmth. That's bullshit. You do. So does Shannon. She's
The
a human
domicile
being.
that I live in, I have because I worked for it.
Whatever.
I'm not
what
out
the
here.
fuck ever, dude.
But here's the thing. I
She's
don't
a human
abuse-
being. She doesn't deserve to be cold on the street. Nobody deserves that.
Here's the
no
thing.
one.
I don't ever abuse my family.
Okay, yeah, I knew that was
And
gonna happen.
and he left. I missed that when I was out with the dog or I was away from my desk. So I just wanted to share that. Ooh. So much to process. I have a very small brain and it's so much to process. Okay, where are we going to go to next? Let's remove that. Let's go there. No, let's go there. Oh yeah. Where would you like to go next, viewers? Where can I take you? This is the internet. We can go anywhere. Okay. Let's go to, hey, do you like your revolutions? Do you like the overthrow of regimes? Are you into true crime on a national level, on an international level? If you are, you've come to the right place. Because right now, live from Iran and about Iran, we're going to switch over to the YouTuber Atheist Republic. And we are going to yes, we are. We're going to listen to
Bunny, or Mr. Banana Man, who is also helping us with all these messages from Iran. But let's watch this together. They're saying no to Gaza, no to Lebanon. My life is only for Iran. Good. There we go. No Gaza, no Lebanon. Just focus on your country. Now, we do have this message that's been received from Karaj. Let me just quickly go through this. And then there are more videos coming in from inside the country. Message from Karaj, which is to the west of the capital. Hello, I am connected to Starlink. I went to Theists. This is the same place where the massacre happened last night. Second roundabout. Today's Friday, 9th of January. Last night, shots were definitely fired, at least in 2 places. We saw traces of blood, one of which hasn't even fully dried yet. But despite all that, people have gathered right here, right now. They blocked the streets, dancing and chanting slogans. I went around the whole area. There are no IRGC forces in the streets at all. So they are clearly short on manpower. Based on my experience from 2019 and 2022, they used the least places to suppression units, the least number of people of the IRGC forces at the main intersections to create fear. They are probably preparing for tonight. At the second roundabout, next to the mosque by the gold market, people did an amazing job. The place exploded with activity. The occupation forces used to stay around there for a while, some with the IRGC shop nearby. That place has also been taken by the people. Wow. I also went to other parts of Karaj, near Theists. People over there are setting fire to the city's main mosque. Another mosque is being brought down. A number of mosques have been destroyed now over the last few days. It was a hornet's nest that people set it on fire. One of the IRGC branches was also set on fire. This is all tonight, by the way, along with several occupation forces vehicles right in front of the main mosque. Now, she also says, this is crazy stuff, by the way, I'm not taking my phone out. So what is going on here? So I don't have videos, but once the internet connects, the videos will reach you. I don't exactly know how this information should be shared, but the main key is people gathering in large numbers. I was in Tehran last night, where the crowd grew larger. The people scared the regime. The forces ran away. They can't stand against the massive turnout. In Theists, Karaj, I checked several spots. People had gathered in multiple places. Everyone needs to move. Come and join together. So that is one of the messages from Karaj. And at the same time, there's also a message from Telegram that's been sent to, I believe, Niak Borbani, which we can also show you guys. This is from
boring.
Again, using Starlink. The revolution. The market area is extremely loud. People are chanting at full volume. There is also heavy traffic and tear gas has been used, which has made the area chaotic. I can't film because of the security situation, but I'm sending screenshots instead. Today, Oman Street, the road leading to the airport, was completely blocked. The streets were extremely crowded. Messages are coming in non-stop. In Qasamabad, Mashhad, people are out on the streets. Tonight is far more intense than last night. People are cutting off the roads and openly confronting the forces. Tonight is a bloody night. Now, these are the messages directly coming from Iran. Now, obviously, a lot will be happening over the next few hours. And go back to the capital, as Tehran is under the control of the people. Very brave. She's saying they've captured the IRGC forces on the ground. Wow. Anyway, so that aside, the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi has now released a new message over the last couple of hours, saying, I have a message for Iranians abroad and the important role that they must play in these fateful hours and days. This is, of course, following last night's successful uprising after he requested and he called on the people to rise up. Tonight, the second night that he did, millions are out. So he's released a new video message.
پیامی دارم برای هم‌میهنانمون در خارج از کشور. اکنون نقش بسیار مهم و کلیدی رو می‌توانید ایفا بکنید. از همه مهمتر در شرایط کنونی ادامه تجمعات در سطح شهرها و کشورهای خارجی است و همچنان اطلاع رسانی به نهادهای سیاسی، دولتی و رسانه‌ای. شما بایستی تا آنجا که ممکن هست ارتباط بگیرید، حالا چه از طریق تلفن، چه از طریق ایمیل، و ادامه این خبر باعث میشه که موضوع ایران اولویت داشته باشه، فراموش نشه. ما نباید بگذاریم این صدا خاموش بشه در سطح جهانی. بدانن که مردم ایران با مشکلات وسیعی که دارن همچنان با شهامت کامل این مبارزه رو ادامه میدن و آنها نیز با دانستن اینکه شما تلاش خودتون رو در خارج انجام میدید و حتما هم خواهند شنید، انرژی خواهند گرفت. بیاییم یک بار برای همیشه پایان بدیم به این حکومت ظلم و هر چه زودتر به آزادی برسیم تا کشورمان را از نو بسازیم. پاینده باشید، پاینده ایران.
Wow, eh?
This is important because the message is directly going to the
I just want to say, we've been watching his live streams. I've never seen him speechless like this.
Yeah, really?
Well, not like this. Like you can tell. Like he took it personally. Just like we did. Do you not remember our reactions?
Yeah.
Now he's seeing this message because I don't think he saw this message before. Let's go back a little bit. Just look at his expression. He knows.
و هر چه زودتر به آزادی برسیم تا کشورمان را از نو بسازیم. پاینده باشید، پاینده ایران.
He's feeling it. Yeah.
This is important because the message is directly going to the Iranians abroad, the diaspora, obviously those who are in Europe, in the Americas, Australia, wherever they are. This is also for them, for everybody to put pressure on the political establishments, the governments and media. And there is a lot that people are doing in the UK, putting pressure on British MPs. Of course, the British political class are not really interested in helping the Iranian people, unlike the Americans. And but each country is different. Of course, the French are also not really that interested for obvious reasons, because everything started in Paris. But the pressure could work, at least when it comes to the media side, the media establishment. Of course, we've been doing our job here, and because of our coverage and because of your support, of course, now we have about 33,000 people watching live. Because of this, we've been getting a lot of requests over here at CCTV from mainstream media outlets for me to go on their channels to explain what's going on, because they don't know what to do. They are absolutely clueless. They become the mouthpiece of the Islamic Republic. They only report what the Iranian regime is telling them to report. And we now have another message from the president. President Trump has now said, I say to the Islamic Republic leaders, you better not start shooting again, because we will start shooting too. So after last night,
Is this new?
He said again, so he
Again?
acknowledged that it's
Okay.
happening.
So he'll probably play it at some point. Okay, he'll probably play it at some point, but we'll go find President Trump's message as well.
So by saying again, that means that this is not stampede. That he's acknowledging that they were shot at.
I told
and
you.
killed. I know.
I know.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm saying it generically, just generically. Like I'm saying it to the universe. Like I told you so. That's what I mean. Not to you in particular.
Yeah.
President Trump has been trying to buy time. He thought that if the threat, the warning goes to the Islamic Republic, they're not going to do anything. The Islamic Republic started shooting people anyway, and President Trump had to play that down because the numbers for the priority for the Americans, the numbers were still low. And it's bad to say, every life lost is very important, but for them, anything less than 100 was, well, we can't really just send the US forces for this. But obviously after last night, things kicked off, and tonight, obviously the IRGC forces will be preparing. So President Trump will have to now change his rhetoric, because it's too late now to downplay what's going on. But the tactic was to buy time to do the military assessment, the operational risk assessment, because you can't just send the forces randomly last minute. Despite,
I have a new video from Trump talking about Iran.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. Let's wait for Tusi to finish, and then we'll get to that, because I did send Mahyar a super chat, and it's important.
Obviously saying, oh, they're locked and loaded, but in reality, it still takes time. It takes days to do a military operation. Anyway, going back to Tehran, Ashraf Yasfani in Tehran chanting, this year is the year of blood. Ali Khamenei will be toppled, and is kicking off.
Wait, okay, now you're making me like freak out. What's this message by President Trump?
Okay. Let's do that then.
Okay, let's play President Trump's message, and then we'll go back to 2CTV.
Okay.
Can you bring
Share
it
my
up?
screen then.
Can you not?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. I can do it. I can do it myself. I forgot that I could do it myself now. Where's? There we go.
Come on, Norman. Do it.
Add to screen.
You got to remove
Wait,
mine first, I think.
Yeah, I have to remove yours first here.
Oh, you see.
All right. So good. I have all the control now. Okay, let's watch this.
When was this posted?
Emily just posted it 5 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I haven't seen this. I have no idea what we're going to see here right now. So let's see.
So Iran's in big trouble. It looks to me that the people are taking over certain cities that nobody thought were really possible just a few weeks ago. We're watching the situation very carefully. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts. And that doesn't mean boots on the ground, but it means hitting them very, very hard where it hurts. So we don't want that to happen. There have been cases like this where President Obama totally backed down. But this is something pretty incredible that's happening in Iran. It's an amazing thing to watch. They've done a bad job. They've treated their people very badly, and now they're being paid back. So let's see what happens. We're watching it. We're watching it very closely. So Iran's...
Hey, Rudolph.
Oh my God. Oh, Goldie, can I also say I told you so? Because well, not you, the generic you. Okay. Can I also say, because he said no, he's going to help, and he said no boots on the ground, exactly in line with Prince Reza Pahlavi's request, the type of request or support. So yes.
Can we let's watch that again? Let's watch that again.
But again. Okay.
Is it just this clip? Because then we'll go back and we'll find the full thing, but I guess it's maybe just this one clip.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only thing I have.
I have goosebumps right
Yes.
now. I don't even know what to do.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. Even if he doesn't do anything else, which I think he will, but even if he doesn't, this message by itself is a huge morale boost to the Iranian people, and it's going to scare the bejesus out of the riot police at the same time. So just the message itself is huge support. But let's watch this again.
So Iran's in big trouble. It looks to me that the people are taking over certain cities that nobody thought were really possible just a few weeks ago. We're watching the situation very carefully. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts. And that doesn't mean boots on the ground, but it means hitting them very, very hard where it hurts. So we don't want that to happen. There have been cases like this where President Obama totally backed down. But this is something pretty incredible that's happening in Iran. It's an amazing thing to watch. They've done a bad job. They've treated their people very badly, and now they're being paid back. So let's see what happens. We're watching it.
By the way,
He knows. I told you. President Trump knows everything. I told you. God bless President Trump. God bless the USA. So I'm saying.
And also, no boots on the. We're going to hit them. He said specifically, we're going to hit them where it hurts, but no boots on the ground. And
That's
Goldie,
perfect.
another thing. Yeah, exactly perfect. And also, this also shows that you're correct about something else, because I think this is a copy. This is a copy of what Prince Reza Pahlavi said. So to me, this suggests that they are in touch, or at least their teams are in touch, right? Because this is exactly what Prince Reza Pahlavi asked for. He said, no boots on the ground, but we need your support. And
Yes.
that's exactly what Trump is saying as well.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. God bless the USA. God bless President Trump. God bless America. We love you guys. We love you guys.
This is good.
The stars are aligning. The stars are aligning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we just absorbed that. Okay, so let's go back to 2CTV and let him finish his live stream, and then let's see if we can find the full video of that. But that is incredible. Oh my gosh. And then guys, this is why like 99% of Iranian Americans voted for President Trump. They voted for President Trump for this very moment right here. And I'm going to share some videos with you after of Iranian Americans and how they reacted to President Trump getting elected or during the campaign. I have actually really, really cute video. All right. Okay. Let me go back to 2C.
Oh, by the way, can I just give credit to Emily for posting this? Emily Schrader is really good.
I
Make
love
sure
her.
you follow her. Yeah, and also she messaged me. She said that she can come tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, because
sure.
I reached out to her as well, and I guess like today she was traveling, but I'd love to have her on tomorrow. So
Tomorrow,
Emily,
she's
if you're
coming
watching, we love you. Come join us.
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's go back to 2C. Okay. Okay. That is huge. By the way, that's huge from President Trump. Oh my gosh.
That was big.
Oh
That's a
my
huge
gosh.
commitment.
I told you. Well, not you. Like I called it. Let's just say I called.
Okay.
No, but when I say I told
called-
you, I don't mean you, because even when I'm
Right,
like,
yeah.
even when I'm doing like my live streams by myself, I literally just
Right,
say to myself, like,
Yeah.
I told you so, right? So
But
I don't mean you.
I called it as well, regards to the
Oh, I know
kind
you
of
did.
support. Yeah,
I know.
Right,
Oh,
yes.
you are 100% correct about that. 100% correct.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Everybody's so emotional.
You did. You guys told me. You guys told me to have faith. I told you. I have faith.
So, for those of you who are in in the UK, the Iranians, the Jewish community, and the British Patriots have organized a protest. There's one on Sunday, 11th of January at 3 p.m. outside Downing Street in Westminster, and there's something also tomorrow. Forgot the timing of that one. I'll get the timing for tomorrow's gathering as well. They're all in Westminster in central London anyway. So the same thing is happening in various cities across the West in general. You can check obviously on social media for any sort of protest in solidarity with the Iranian people. I'm just going to double check the latest. While we do that, this is the time where I don't want it to be just me not talking. So the best thing to do, you know what's going to happen, right? Yeah. We're going to bring up the song. The revolution is here. Let's go.
برگشتن پهلوی وحشت هر اجنبی بلند بگو هم شهری شاه رضا پهلوی نظام رسیده
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I really want to get into this fucking Iranian nationalism here. I don't have a I support their freedom movement absolutely, but you know they've gotten this king going that maybe he's the bridge, but I'm just not into this rah. Oh, I'm king. He's gonna be king. I'm so sad. It makes me cry. I'm so happy. I'm just not into that, especially the music part of it. Oh my god. What I'm watching in the chat though is weird. We've got a rationalist and an idiot. Now the rationalist has wiped the floor with the idiot in debates before. And the idiot, of course, being an arrogant, narcissistic person, will, and he's like any other Christian. No matter how much you out logic them, out reason them, out rationalize them, out common sense them, they still deny. Oh no, not in my case. For example, evolution. I mean, that's it. Just take evolution, biological evolution. The biological evolution of a rat and a human being kind of evolves. They kind of have the same chance of evolving, and it's got nothing to do with anything supernatural. That a human is not considered part of the biological evolutionary ladder. This is what the Christians believe. They have absolutely built a very thick brick wall between themselves and truth. So they make up their own nonsense. They presuppose a what they call a basic fact, and they run with it. And they expect rationalists like you and me to, buy into their sub story and their nonsense and their faith and their, just sickening. Just sickening. So Titan, go ahead and embarrass the fuck out of him. So what is going on here? My name was mentioned. Donald Trump. Let's see. Firstly, let's go to Titan. Okay, here's the rationalist. Smart guy, knows exactly what he's talking about, thinks it through, then opens his mouth. However, you get this idiot. Sorry. I don't want to be. I'm gonna. I'm going to call him something worse than an idiot. But I'm not going to use the word idiot because it's not a nice word. So this Christian, this guy is a Christian. He says, Donald Trump exposed you. All the liberals ran to TikTok. Sydney is the only one left. Number one, I'm a conservative. And number two, I don't have a TikTok account. I've never been there, ever. So leave me out of it. Yeah, okay, this is the way idiots work. Okay. So rationalist says, nope, you're just hidden most places because, you know, because Jill here is a known sort of a weirdo, creepy Christian internet nonsense spreading idiot. And then he's an idiot and he says, I'll click on the link and embarrass him again like I did last month. This is the problem with Jill. He keeps thinking that he embarrasses other people when, for example, bring up evolution, bring up space flight, bring up moon landing, bring up anything that's, you know, that's true, and he will conspiracy theory his way out of it. In other words, basic fact is energy. Basic energy is a basic fact. No, can't be. According to Jill, no, energy cannot be basic. It must be something. Something must have created energy. Something must have created energy. So something intelligent must have created energy. This is their stinking thinking. Weird. Anyway, he carries on, the idiot. He says, we challenge to debate you. Run and hide behind your shadow ban and censorship. What the fuck is he talking about? So the rationalist Titan, I embarrassed you. I embarrassed him enough for a lifetime last time. And I really do believe that. But then the Christian has a response. Most liberals only debate me once. They then find out quickly I'm not their Christian grandmother. What the fuck does that mean? So the rationalist replies, my Christian grandmother is dead and could still do better than you did. Oh, yeah. Oh, burn, Jill. But I'm sure Jill had something to say because he has to have the last word. Okay, what's this? Jill here is not a coward like me. So Jill, what? You calling yourself a coward? So Jill is not a coward, but rebuke and reprove is a coward, yet you're one and the same person. You both represent the same person. This Christians never make sense. So what does a rationalist respond? He's a troll for Christ. He said so repeatedly. Every Christian is a troll for Christ because there's no way that you could possibly believe that nonsense. And then a rationalist response is, it isn't a shadow ban. You are openly banned. That's because Jill, you're so fucking annoying. That's why. But we've kind of, okay, let's go back here. These guys seem to be excited about something.
Dominic removed his flag from his bio. Look at this. This was there yesterday. It's not there today. There.
Oh, okay.
That is epic trolling. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But that's not enough, Khamenei. You need to go delete all the posts from all the years that you included the flag in. You have to go delete all of them. That's not good enough. Look at that. They removed it.
Yes,
Funny.
yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh god, this is beautiful.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
I'm gonna. Oh, should I add it to my bio, or should I wait for the phone app to be fixed first?
What's LOEM? LOEM.
I want to put the Iranian flag on my bio on my account.
Guys, look at this.
Okay, let me remove this. Bring this back.
Look at this. Look at this.
What's
It's
this?
glorious.
Yeah, guys, it's not on the mobile app yet. It's only on the web. It's only on the web for now. I don't see anything on the mobile app. Because I'm sharing, like, this is the web, like this is X on the internet.
I've never heard of them, but that looks awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that exists. Sounds good.
So there's
And why?
also my flag.
Look at them with the flag.
I know anyone who's like,
It's you'd think that that Iran was liberated, the leader was gone, and the army had all given up and joined the people, and everybody was happy and wow, the yoke of Islam has been lifted and we are free. That's the way they're acting. Look.
all right, someone send that to us, please. There's almost 30,000 people here, so please, someone, find that and send that to us.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
gosh, I love Elon.
All right. Oh man. Actually, he's a good guy. I like Jill. He's just nuts. But he's harmless, his brain doesn't work right.
Okay.
It's basically a fallen, but they're still there. They're going to cling on. That you're going to have to need someone to drag them out. You're going to have to need either Prime Minister Netanyahu or President Trump to send people to just pick them up and literally physically pick them up because they're not going to just surrender that easily. And Khamenei is going to die in Iran. So go catch him. Bell says CCTV in CCTV Iran in Tehran. Yeah, we'll set up a branch one. This could be it. Fingers crossed.
Oh, he said to check my DMs.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Tusi, I have my fingers crossed for the good people of Iran. I also pray for your father as well and in good spirits. I hope so. I can only hope. Tusi, say hi to Goldie. I've said that 4 times. Hi, Goldie.
Hi, Tusi. Hi, Maria.
Can you do a live interview with someone? Oh, yeah, I saw that before. Sorry, guys. And James says, touching the void now, the Shah should now enter Iran. How can he enter? They shoot down the plane and reclaim his land and join his people. This will complete the revolution. Yeah, so the IRGC have guns with gunpowder. They can shoot down planes if they come. That's the problem. Or even if he gets on a car, they will just blow him up. Whatever he gets into, they're all blowing up. That's the problem. While the military are still in charge, it's going to be very difficult for him to go back.
All right.
Obviously, once
I'm going to go refill my coffee. I'll be back in a minute.
Dear Lord, please keep the Iranian people safe. Thank you. Is there a link to the new song? Yes, it's on my account on X at Maya Tusi, which is, I don't know, in case you don't know. I don't know why you don't know. It's here. That's how you spell it. Maya Tusi. MAHYARTOUSI. Just put that on X. Follow the account. Also follow the Tusi TV official account. That's where you get all the news updates. And yes, I posted the song on my personal account. And to Mahmoud saying, this is the end. Is that a song? What? What Mahmoud? Shabana? She meant how funny you look. That's what Ivan said. I knew someone was trolling me earlier. Thanks, Ivan. I pray to see a Christian revival in Iran soon. But there is now already. There is already a massive, a huge Christian revival. It's the fastest religion. I'm an Israeli American, and I'm filled with joy, looking forward to have a true, honest relations with Iran, someone besides America whom we can trust. Or that alliance in the Middle East will be insane. Saudi Arabia needs to be
True.
smart enough to get in now before it's too late, and basically create a trio of a holy alliance for the security of the Middle East. Saudi Arabia, the new Iran, and Israel. That's how you do it. There's a lot of stupid stickers. Thank you, guys. Kevin says, what's happening in Iran's oil export? Yeah, not much. So happy for the women freedom. Thank you so much. So please, can you let us know where to get that song? My personal account on X. Will the regime send missiles? Potentially. Again, because these guys they're not going to surrender. You're going to have to drag them out. But at that point, it won't get to that point, because if they're still massacring people, and if it's so obvious that President Trump can't downplay it anymore, at that point, the Israelis and the Americans, or at least the Americans on their own, or at least the Israelis on their own, they're going to go in anyway. There is a fear right now when it comes to the military assessment of the situation in the region that the Israelis are doing, and the Americans. The Islamic Republic are making the atmosphere very dangerous. They are claiming things that people could say they might be bluffing, but you can't do that in geopolitics. You can't just say, oh, he's bluffing. They are saying that they're going to go mental on Israel. They are saying that they're going to wipe out Israel. Not like before, properly. So they have to assess the situation, both the Israelis and the Americans, to double check if they are actually bluffing, or if they have something that could actually be used against Israel. Don't forget, Israel is a very small country, as opposed to Iran in terms of landmass. So you can easily damage it very hard. If you want to, you can, which is a big problem, because the defense system in Israel, which has been very good, the Iron Dome aside, the rest of the air defense system could get overwhelmed. Of course, over the last 6 months, they've been working on it, they've been improving it. But if you have big guns on you, then you can still damage the country. Hey, brother, you don't look Arabic in my video. You just have a great tan. I do look Arabic. And it's the AI's fault. It's not your fault.
Right.
Julani and Erdogan's men have the...
I am back. I'm going to catch up on the thing, on the chat, and see if... All right, let me just play this while I read through.
Need to send more support to the Kurds right now in Syria, but it's not happening yet. So we'll have to find out and see what's going on over there. What happens if Khamenei just sits in a bunker for a month like the cockroach he is? How does this end? It doesn't end with him. It ends with the top of the leadership. So the military, the IRGC, those guys fall apart, and some of them defect or whatever, the rest start fighting against each other. That's the end. And then obviously those guys would know where Khamenei is. They're going to go pick him up. So depending on which side wins. Sinwar must be rolling in his grave right now.
We don't need to listen to this, do we? Not really. We'll wait until they start getting excited, then we can start listening. But in the meantime, used to time out Joel Banny's accounts as his soccer accounts came in. He's a rattlesnake with no teeth. That's Von Helton. So Von Helton must look like Joe, because they both have no teeth. And they both rattle. Because the brains are there's nothing there. It just rattles. Okay, let's see what the Christian says. I should click the link and make Sydney rage quit again. This time, I will also make him cry. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay, come on. I'm ready. I'm ready, buddy. Make me cry. Make me cry. Make me rage quit and cry. So I'm ready for you. Sydney Winston, are you on Discord? I certainly am. But you know what? I never go there. But I'll give you my Discord anyway. Give me a moment. I haven't signed into it for quite a while, so give me one moment. I'll give my Discord. You can send me some links of the protest. Beautiful. We will no longer be lectured, says the Christian. Listen to this. Not by people who believe men can get pregnant even if you have a PhD. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, fuck, Jill, you are so dumb. So the rationalist Titan says, you don't have to listen, but you will be lectured until you listen and learn. Yeah. Oh, big mouth here. The Christian says, mic up or shut up. And then our rationalist says, trans men are men and can't get pregnant. Right? Right. If you can't understand that, says the rationalist, even without a PhD, you need to be lectured more. You need to be lectured more, not less. Von Helton is a reptile, but nothing so dangerous as a rattlesnake. Yeah, but a rattlesnake with no teeth. Oh, okay, cool. Trans men are men and can get pregnant? Okay. Yes, of course. You see, look, this is the way the Christians think. Man, you know why? Because with Jesus, everything is possible. Right, Joe? Men can get pregnant. Because with Jesus, everything is possible. So there's no reason that men cannot get pregnant. Because with Jesus, according to Jill, and every single other Christian for that matter, with Jesus, everything is possible. Thanks for the link, Titan. I got it on Discord. Yeah, baby. So where we're at here. See? Jill's so bad. Jill is weird. Boy, am I getting reports or what? Let me go to me lobby. Okay. There's two. There's that one. And I'll put that. Hold on a second. I'm just organizing my. Okay. And then the second. Can I play these? Are they safe? Are they safe to be played to the general public? Excellent. Ooh. All right. I don't know what these are. But the first one, I know what the first one's about. Four links. Sorry, guys, I'm keeping you waiting here, but all right, good. So you sent me that and that. One, two. I got two links from you right now, today. No, I got one link from you today and one link on the 31st. No, not true. That one doesn't count. I'm sorry, you sent me, all right. Oh, this is about. I'm adding as a friend. So this is about what? Okay, cool. All right. All right. Good. 4 links. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. I've got, which one have I got? I've got one already up there. So let's just see how that goes. All right. Let's get back to the show of things. Let's just share this tab instead. And if I do that, and if I do that, and if I do that, what happens? Let's see. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's go back there. Whoo! That's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, let's bring these guys' sound back.
Never stop loving you to basically to Supreme Leader. But then he has the flag, the lion and sun flag, right there in his profile. Oh my God, this is good. We're gonna be hunting these people down. Guys, go take screenshots of this. This is amazing.
I'm gonna say, there is a lot of, horrific news coming out of occupied Iran.
Right.
And, like there is mass slaughter, there is, innocent people being murdered, but we have to take the victories where we can. And, something like this, we are celebrating. Why? Because despite how hard it is and despite the difficulties that we are going through, this is going to motivate Iranians around the world to continue. Because, guys, symbols are so important. Symbols mean everything. And when the Islamic dictatorship took over our country, they took our flag from us. They took our flag from us.
Yeah.
And
they
that
removed
flag
all
right
our
there,
symbols.
right? Armin's flag. Our flags. They took it from us. And with this one simple gesture, hey, you know what? Let me see if I can change. Let me change
flags.
the
You want to do flags? Okay.
Okay, so it is rectangle. Here, let me do this.
I should bring it. I'm gonna try to.
So I made it wider. So now if you go back to your regular view, you should be able to.
No, it's okay.
Flags.
Like this is going to give millions of Iranians in occupied Iran and around the world hope, right? Because it lets us know that we're one step closer, and it lets us know that Elon's with us.
Yeah. And also that other guy, what was his name? The guy that was doing the
it was Nikita here, but there's also a Persian guy. His name is oh my gosh, I can't remember now. Something Parsi, something. I don't know, but because there are a lot of genius Iranians who work at X, and so the guy, Armin, the guy that actually wrote the code, wrote the code, he's Iranian. I'm pretty sure he's Iranian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, oh my gosh. Oh.
What?
My sister sent me a screenshot. Let me send it to you. Post this. Post. Wait. Post this one.
Excitement is growing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
sis-
god.
My sister is on the ball. I'm sending you one from the official government account. This one has a great tick.
Oh my god. Okay, let me bring this up right here. Look at that. Government of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Then this. Okay. Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Nice. Okay, they forgot to remove this one. Okay, that's fantastic.
No, look at so
Look
so
at
this one
that.
doesn't have a great tick. Look at the next one my sister sent. That one has a
Okay.
great tick. So that one's like an official government account because it's got the gray check mark.
Oh shit.
No
Thank
sweat.
you to Oh, sorry.
My sister Rose.
Thank you, Rose. Here, this one. Wow. Foreign Ministry, Islamic Republic of Iran, and then this. Like, this is great. This is amazing.
I guess
This is probably one of the best ways that Elon Musk has ever trolled anyone ever. Like literally with one small tiny piece of code, Elon Musk just trolled one of the most brutal dictatorships in the history of civilization.
Amazing.
well done, Elon.
Love it.
Elon.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? A lot of people, X is like a big company and it's a big deal, right? So I think a lot of people who are asking themselves, are things really changing? And I think this gives a lot of people the reassurance that yes, they are changing. You know what I mean? Like this is being taken.
Sorry. I found the person. It's Parsa Tajik.
Tajik. Oh, speaking of Tajik, I really want now that this is happening to us, I really hope that people of Afghanistan one day get to celebrate using their own flags as well. I know their flag was taken.
I'll
from
go.
them.
Let's
So
go
if
here.
anybody is watching that is from Afghanistan,
Yeah, let's switch.
Guys,
I hope that
symbols mean
Let's go to the
everything.
ground level. See what's going on.
Iranian people are really sick of what has happened and how Islam has been bastardized the way it has been. So hopefully we can change it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I won't stop talking about this, and I'm glad you're finally here. I think there's that guy. There is a guy who's Persian Jewish who moved here in 2022. I don't know where he went, but he has a huge Iran flag.
We'll find him naturally.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you. Bye. Okay.
What's going on?
Alrighty.
See, when there's no Palestinians, it's all peaceful. As soon
What
as
should
you
we
bring the
ask? I feel
Arabs
like we're
in,
getting a good sense of
fuck
things
it
right
up.
now. How do you envision a realistic path from protest to actual change? I like that. I'll ask that.
This is New York City.
Okay, let's find a place. Here. Okay. Yeah, can I interview you real quick? My name's Nate Friedman. I'm a YouTuber. Awesome. Thanks, man. I guess we can turn this way. So there's protests in Iran. There's protests here. How do you envision going from protest to change? How's that going to happen?
We need to continue. That's the only way, right? Normally when this stuff happens, they kind of wait for everyone to kind of calm down and go back to what they're doing. That's why it's so important for everyone to be out in the streets and remain in the streets.
Okay. But so things are going to continue to burn. There's going to be more protests. I mean, you want to see like a free and fair election that comes after that? Do you want to see U.S. intervention? Like, how exactly do you want to see this go down?
You know what? I'm watching you guys in the side chat there about ovaries and trans men. Well, let me school both of you. Okay? There are two sexes. There's male and there's female. Period. End of story.
my immediate family. All my family is back at home. But now they've cut the internet, obviously, so haven't had a chance to really.
It's amazing how many people I'm running into that are from Iran. I've gone to many protests, like Palestine protests, Venezuela protests, you name it. You rarely run into the people that are actually from that country. So it's a massive difference that I've seen here. It's interesting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, a lot of the, you know, I was born after the revolution, but a lot of the people that are in the country now got to experience Iran pre-revolution, and for whatever reason it might be, had to leave. So, you know, them more than anyone, just like the rest of us, but them more than anyone want to see it go back to.
What was life like in Iran pre-revolution? Of course, you weren't there. None of it was a long time ago. But I'm saying that, like, well, people don't really know exactly the history. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wasn't there, but from my parents and my family tell me, I mean, the country still is very beautiful, right? That's not just being biased, but obviously much more freedom back then, right? I mean, when you get politics involved, every politician or whatever has their issues, but clearly there was a huge difference, right? I mean, it was free. I mean, you think of what the U.S. or you see Dubai and all these other countries now, and how people are walking freely, and it was similar to that. Again, from, like I said, from what I was told.
How did Iranians lose their freedom? Like, how do you think it happened? And what, you know what I mean? Because people want to know, how can you go from a place that's completely free to then Islamic Republic?
I think buying into a lot of BS, unfortunately. Again, I wasn't around when that revolution happened, but, you know, you can think of it or compare it to something like Venezuela or Cuba with Chavez and Castro, right? You feed the people a lot of crap, they buy into it, right? You make the opposition or the other.
Come on, guys. This whole trans thing, it's really a mental illness more than anything else. So I don't think there's really much to debate about it. Transgenderism is a mental illness.
I think that we've got a lot of questions answered. And I don't know. I think we can head out, guys. What do you think? Any burning hot questions you want to see asked?
How can what is a trans man, Titan? Exactly. Just if it's just the way you dress that identifies you as trans, then if you're a man and you put on women's clothing, you're still a man. Right? Of course, there's no way to do the suicide chat, but the link is out there. The link's at the top of the chat. You know, I can't force you to click it. If you guys want to, I don't mind. You know, letting you guys have a chat about it, and I'll just moderate or, you know, stay out of it. But I do have. The thing is, when you on your birth certificate, it says sex, male or female. Where I grew up, every time you made an application to something or other, it was name, you know, address, sex, male, female. You know, that was it. So there's really no argument. Titan, you're working. You've just been having an argument in the chat. You just said there's no way to do this through side chat, and when we say come on in and we'll have a talk, you say, "Oh no, can't. I'm working." I don't think that you're ready to take on Jill and me, are you? Maybe that's it. Because finally, Jill and I see eye to eye on a lot of things. He's just weird and thinks that I'm one thing and I'm not. Like, he calls me liberal. Jill. Let's go back to your New York City.
They have seen since revolution and
Can I see your sign? Can you show the sign to the camera here? It says "End the Islamic Republic."
one.
Okay. End the Islamic Republic. I'm thinking if we turn this way, we got quite the thumbnail with this. Okay, okay. So, and the Islamic Republic. What do you think about? It seems like left wing. I'm not going to assume you're right or left, but it seems like at the Free Palestine protests, I'm not seeing the same people here that they see at the Free Palestine protests. What do you think about this alliance between the left and Islam?
So like the only thing that I care about is my country, and I know that my country has been supporting Hamas, the government. So obviously I'm against Hamas and any terrorist groups. So I want peace for the whole world. I don't care if it's Palestine, if it's my country, or like Venezuela or wherever. So the only thing that matters is peace.
Gotcha. And how did you personally come to America? Did you come here to study? Did you come here for work?
Yeah, for study.
For studying?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to see your family come here? I mean,
of course, yeah. I would love them to come here. I would love to go back with no stress, because every time that I go, like I have been there for 2 times, and every time that I want to leave the country, I feel like maybe I get arrested because they exchange, they keep people and then they exchange, so they get a hostage. So it's like it's.
So what is it like going back? Like when you go back to Iran, people don't know what's it like on the ground there.
Yeah, exactly. It's also not like the normal, regular life of people.
Yeah, do you have to wear a hijab as soon as you get off there?
Like I haven't been there after the Women Life Freedom movement, but I have heard that there's
what
like
year was
much
that, so people...
the Women Life Freedom.
Yes, what year was that?
So it was like 4 years ago almost. And then since then, I have heard that there is much more freedom for women. Like they kind of give up the government.
They gave up on the hijab thing?
Hijab, like a lot. Yeah, so I have heard that it's changed a lot. But
why did they give up on that?
I think they felt the threat, that people
they felt like
cannot.
Something like this could come, and it did come anyway.
Exactly. And I think this was the only thing that they could give up on, because the economy was going down anyway, and they cannot do anything about it. So they wanted to just survive for some more years. This was a strategy.
Okay,
yeah.
and last question: how do you foresee this change? Right. Okay. So do you want to see U.S. intervention? What do you want to see? Israel intervention? Like what do you want to see?
I think this cannot happen without big powers in the world support.
Okay.
I would like to see the support, but not intervention, like direct intervention. Okay. We want to choose, our people want to choose their own choice, like their own candidate.
But do you want to see Khomeini get captured? Like, how do you want, from U.S.?
Oh yeah, the government.
Yes. How do you envision it?
Well, I think we don't want people like our government, the current government in Iran, to be killed. Okay. We want to see them accountable.
I want to see them accountable.
Yes.
I heard some chants of death to Khomeini in Iran, so I was trying to figure out
Yeah, people say that, but if you go to Twitter and most of the people, they say we don't want them. That is the easiest thing that can happen to them. It's like we want them accountable. We want them to explain and to feel the pain that people has suffered these years.
Thank you. Well, I love your coat, by the way. It popped out. It's nice. Thank you. Okay, guys, so I think I'm going to say goodbye here. Thank you so much for watching this live stream, guys. This was crazy. We'll end the live stream, and we'll try to cut out the woman that's flashing. We'll get the badge numbers of those policemen, and we'll make a YouTube video out of this. We'll do some more research, and I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Let's go see what Tim Wilson has to say. Professor Tim Wilson.
Tonight, Iran feels less like a country and more like a sealed chamber. Air routes narrowing, information throttled, authority trying to survive by making the population blind, deaf, and alone. Start with the skies, because aviation is a blunt indicator of risk. When airlines cancel at scale, it's not sentiment. It is insurance, crew safety, ground handling, airspace uncertainty, and the fear that a normal timetable has become an invitation to chaos. Reuters now reports at least 17 Fly Dubai flights between Dubai and Iranian cities such as Tehran, Shiraz, and Masdar have been cancelled, alongside cancellations reported from Turkish carriers and at least 2 Doha Tehran flights. This is the modern version of a warning flare. Commerce hesitates, mobility contracts, and the state's crisis becomes visible even to those not watching the streets. It makes it much harder, of course, for the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei to flee the country. I said in an earlier video that there were reports that I've heard that suggested he went about 3 hours ago. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think this is somebody who is defiant and who is determined to wait this one out. And the deeper story, the switch off, Iran's leadership responded to the swelling protests. And again, I don't know whether I don't think I did talk about the size of these protests, but if you follow things like the BBC, you get the impression that there's a few thousand people out on the street. This isn't a few thousand people, this is millions. With the swelling protests are met by the authoritarian reflex, dressed in modern clothing, cut the lines, collapse coordination, hope the crowd becomes 1,000 isolated households. Multiple outlets report a near total national internet shutdown, with net blocks describing connectivity collapsing to around 1% of normal levels. TechCrunch cites internet measurement specialists and the researcher Amir Rashidi describe it as near total disconnection from the outside world. Reuters also reports the blackout as a deliberate move to curb unrest and to stop content getting in or getting out. This matters because modern protest is not merely bodies in a square. It is logistics, where to gather, how to avoid a trap, where medical aid is, which streets are blocked, which units have switched sides, which rumors are lethal nonsense. An internet blackout doesn't simply silence Twitter, it sabotages emergency care, family contact, banking and payments, and the basic ability to verify what is happening. In other words, it turns fear into a tool of governance. And that's why Starlink has acquired such symbolic power in this moment, not as a gadget, but as a thin thread tying a besieged public to the rest of humanity. When ordinary networks go dark, satellite internet becomes one of the few remaining apertures of truth and activity. But even here, credible reporting suggests the state is trying to interfere. Tech reporting, citing Rashidi, describes disruption efforts and conditions he says he's not seen before. The point is not the brand name. The point is that the regime understands a simple truth. If the world can see, the world can judge, and judgment becomes pressure. And into this half-lit theater steps the Crown Prince, Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of the last Shah of Iran. He's issued a plea to be prepared to intervene and an appeal framed as urgent action for a second night running. Even sympathetic observers should keep two thoughts in mind at once. First, Pahlavi's call is politically intelligible. It's sensible. Opposition movements without secure communications look for any external amplifier, any patron, any shield. He is attempting to become a rallying point for a movement that is otherwise scattered across cities, classes, and generations. And The Guardian reports his role as one among several voices encouraging coordinated civil disobedience, but also acting as a focus, so acting with statesmanship. Second, this is also exactly the narrative the Islamic Republic wants to present, that the protests are foreign-backed, monarchist, or American scripted. Reuters reports Khamenei blaming unrest on foreign opposition in the United States, with direct threats to Trump. The regime's propaganda machine thrives on a single idea: this is not your uprising, it is their plot. Well, so when Pahlavi speaks directly to Washington, he may inspire some and simultaneously hand the regime a convenient frame for oppression. But this fog, this thick, contagious and weaponized fog, which behind which the Iranian regime is hiding, the BBC, because of this fog, I think the BBC underestimates the numbers. The multiple fake stories are circulating, including the claim that the Supreme Leader has already escaped. This is exactly the information pathology of a blackout. In a sealed chamber, rumors become oxygen. Some will be sincere misunderstanding. Some will be deliberate injections by state actors. Some will be wishful thinking of exhausted people who want to end the chaos, and they want a conclusion to this. On the specific claim that Khamenei has fled, I share the skepticism, not because dictators never flee, they do, but because a regime that still believes it can win usually clings to symbols of presence. Leaving too early can trigger exactly what it fears: elite fragmentation, panic in the security forces, and the sudden realization that the throne is empty. Far more plausible, at least at this stage, is tactical concealment, brief appearances, controlled broadcasts, and a constant effort to project continuity while tightening coercion. That coercion is the darkest element in the fog. Different sources are giving very different fatality figures. The Guardian reports Iran human rights saying at least dozens have been killed, including children. Reuters reports deaths among protesters and security forces, but also the limits of verification amid censorship. The claim that it could be more, it could be up to 1,000 people who have been shot in the blackout conditions. It is not yet safe to confirm that from the sources that we have, but the honest position is this: lethal force is clearly being used. The police were ordered by.
So for the record, Professor Tim Wilson here, this is British English. He is, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but I do like to listen to him, because he's kind of he kind of talks proper English. But he is an Eastern Orthodox Christian. So if you think he's a liberal, you are wrong once again. Carry on, Tim.
The supreme leader to retreat, and in their place the IRGC was deployed after this morning, for example, after Friday prayers, in the mosque, and then come out of the mosque and start killing people. This is an outrageous perversion of all the principles of Islam, all the principles
Bullshit.
of religion. It's not that surprising to me.
Bullshit. Kill the Jews, kill the Christians, kill the infidel is what Islam tells you to do. Maybe you're right, Jill. Maybe he's a liberal.
That there's also video and images of mosques being burnt to the ground. The honest position, therefore, is this: lethal force is clearly being used, casualties are rising, and the uncertainty itself is part of the regime's method. When people cannot count the dead, fear.
You know what? Never, ever, ever defend Muslims or Islam and what they do. There is no excuse. Never defend. There's never, ever an excuse for the violence that the Islamic death cult or the Muslim death cult that is Islam. There's no excuse for what they do to promote and control through promote their death cult and control through their death cult the control of communities and even countries. Fuck them.
Fills the number. And the political choreography here, the distraction by external threats, even when ordering internal violence. Authoritarian systems often run a double-track script. One track is the external enemy, the United States, Israel, exiles, saboteurs. Track two is the internal instruction: replace restraint with ammunition, swap ordinary policing for militarized units, teach the streets a lesson so brutal that tomorrow's turnout collapses. So there is footage of the IRGC in cars just tearing through the streets, shooting indiscriminately. The Khamenei's hardline posture and threats of severe punishment, including staging hangings in public. Mossad, supposed Mossad agent was hanged the other day. The outside threat is not merely rhetoric; it is the way of licensing the crackdown, a way of telling a nervous soldier that firing is not murder but defense. So where does this leave us on the second night? It leaves us with a cruel contrast between stories and this contest between numbers and nerves. The protest movements in the past win when they can keep coming back, not once but repeatedly, until the regime's coercive coalition fractures. Regimes survive when they can make each return more expensive than the last outing by cutting communications, choking transport, arresting organizers, raising the expected costs of simply showing up. Flight cancellations, blackouts, and satellite workarounds are not side deals. They are the infrastructure of that contest. And the skies closing tells you the state is unstable. And the internet collapsing tells you the state is scared. Starlink's flicker tells you the public is improvising. And the rumors tell you everyone is operating half blind. And the violence, the credible reports of live fire and mounting deaths tells you the regime understands something essential. Economic grievances can be managed with subsidies and slogans. A population that has decided it has little to lose is a different kind of danger. It cannot be bargained easily. It must be frightened, divided, or exhausted by the tyranny that has kept power since the late 1970s. The blackout, I think, is an admission of weakness disguised as strength. A confident government doesn't need to unplug its country. It argues, it persuades, it governs. A fearful government reaches for the switch because it has run out of language. If tonight repeats last night, the immediate moral task for outsiders is clarity. Resist disinformation, avoid romanticizing violence, demand the basics, an end to live fire repression, restoration of communications, and access for credible monitoring. The strategic task, if one cares about Iran's future, is much harder, supporting the Iranian people without handing the regime the single propaganda story that it craves, namely that this is all a foreign project. In a blackout, even a small light can matter, but that has to be a light that reveals, not a flare that blinds. And at the moment, one should be reaching out as much as one possibly can to one's Persian, Iranian friends and offering support. This is a dreadful time to be living through, to see such uncertainty and such violence and hatred coming from a regime that maybe one always knew this regime was evil, but to see that in practice is...
We've seen this regime's evil, violence, brutality many times. Why are you saying, Tim Wilson, that this is like the first time? Oh, we know about their regime, but to see what they do, oh my God, that's terrible. We've seen it all before. What are you talking about? This is like a deja vu Iranian revolution.
Always disturbing it. You never quite imagine that it can be as evil as it is. But that demand, that demand that the police are pulled off the streets and that the IRGC are handed live ammunition and told to just spray the crowd, which is what they appear to be doing. Javid Shah. And I would try and, whatever information I can get, I would try and bring to you. As I say, there are people who do this so much better, who really understand what's going on. I think that the top of the list is Maya Tusi and Tusi TV. I think he was broadcasting fairly vigorously yesterday and will be doing the same thing, I expect, today. He gets significantly more information than I get, and he is highly reliable. And and hugely to be commended for his determination to keep reporting, to keep the story alive.
There we go. So, yeah, the link to the room has been up for a while. Nobody clicked on it. I'm unpinning it, and we'll try again later on. Maybe Friday night we'll have better luck. So I'm going to call this one a rap. Le rap in French is rap. So with that, I always say thank you for watching. Thank you for making this all possible. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.